Welcome to CrashRacer. Today we're playing Wreckfest and we're going to do some more multiplayer online racing. Straight into today's first race, and this one is at the Valley Speedway, and I've chosen to drive the Blade. We've got a lovely position on the grid right up near the front on the inside. If we can get away quickly here, that would be good. 8-lap race then. Oh, and that road slayer is just up the inside, just had to back out there. There was just a bit of contact on the back end. Can we sneak back up the inside? Yeah, sandwiched in between two, but we've had a good first lap. Yeah, had to be really careful there not to get spun, just had to back off slightly. Right, going to take this bank in quite high so we can slingshot down through this corner. Yeah, we're going to have 4 B-class races today, and I've had a really good start here. Are we far enough away not to get hit into this corner? Yes we are, so another good lap. A couple of cars fairly close in behind. That one in particular I think is a hammerhead right in behind us, half a second behind. Third and fourth have dropped slightly further back now, they're about 5 seconds behind. But just that one car in close. Another good clean lap though. Oh yeah, that was interesting. Time flashed up yellow, so we set the fastest lap but then immediately changed to green as that hammerhead behind came over the line, so they must have nicked that fastest lap time immediately after us. Back marker here as well. This could make things interesting. Oh, they've gone wide, they've gone badly wide, hit the barriers and a massive crash, and so we are off and away at the front now. They have just dropped straight out the top 4. That car. We're up on the inside of this Cardinal now. Got to be a bit careful now. We're in and amongst these back markers, getting pushed from behind. Looks like a car sideways across the track up here as well. They've got going again. Can we go around the outside? No, there's a car pulled across there. Had to duck back inside. We were blocked. Cars everywhere now. Can we weave our way through? Car right behind us. It's still that Cardinal. Just nearly clipped our back end, but they've had a big crash now, so we are again in a bit of clear space. A couple of back markers ahead, but at least they're spread out. We're past that main bunch and we've only got 2 laps left to go. Got a big gap back to the chasing car, so I don't need to rush to get past these cars. Just don't want to get held up and certainly don't want to get hit wide. If I can get the inside line here into this corner, I'm going to take it fairly tight. Don't want to leave the side of my car exposed for too long. Nice gap behind then as we start the last lap. Can I sneak up the inside here into this next corner maybe? Just hope they don't do anything silly or a bit of a push from behind, so I'm going to switch to the inside again, take this fairly slow. Oh, there's a car park there. Oh, just went into ghost mode just as I came past. I was aiming to miss it anyway. Big tumbler on the line as well. Come on, out the way, Boogie. We are across for a win in today's first race. 21.4 fastest lap for ourselves. Hammerhead down in 12th. That was the car that was in second place right at the start. Good start for us though, and a win. On to today's second race then, and for this one we're going to be at the big Valley Speedway. Bit of oval racing then, and I am in the Panther RS. 12 laps around this track, 14 of us in the race. Nice inside line to start with. Inside line for the first couple of laps is normally the safest way to try and get around this track. If you get on the outside you just get pushed further and further wide. Rocket RX spun in front of us though. We can slip round the outside though. Boogie and Hammerhead having a good old battle in front. Couple of cars right in behind us. Still going to stick to this inside line for now while there's so many cars in and around us. Once the field spreads out I can try and take a slightly quicker line, moving to the outside and then into the inside. Car crashed on the inside, blocking that inside path now. Ooh, just ran wide and hit the barriers. Bad enforced error there. Still in behind these lead 4 cars though. Car close in behind us as well. That car is still on the inside. They're not wrecked, but they're either given up or something. Just need to watch them in case they start moving again. Just can't quite get on the back of this lead pack. Yeah, that is that car that's just now rolling across the middle of the track. And here's another one sideways as well, badly damaged. Oh, I've caught that barrier again. That's twice I've done that. That's not going to help me catch up with these 4 cars ahead. Got a couple of seconds back to the car behind now at least, so 5th position is slightly more secure. A lot of debris on the track there where people, aka me, have hit the barrier. Closing in on 4th place. Back marker here that's swinging across the track, couple of them actually. Yeah, that Raiden is badly damaged and is not for position, but they're going to be very quick, so they could be a bit awkward. Hammerhead has swerved off to the inside and we can nick that place. Up into 4th then, and right behind 3rd. I think that is 3rd, battling with the Raiden. Yeah, the Raiden's really quick, but they're a lap down and they've swerved across the track and taken that car out. We're up into 3rd and we're up the inside of that car. In behind the Cardinal now, probably the same one from last lap, and the Raiden has just thrown it up the inside. We've managed to hold it and not spin at least, but that's lost us a bit of time. We've still got quite a good gap though, 2nd or so back to 4th place if we can keep it moving. Okay, last 2 laps then. Again, the Raiden is causing problems for the cars in front. Is that for position? No, it's not. That is 2nd place, right in the distance. I'm a little way down. We can use the Cardinal though to bounce off. Nice big heavy car to bounce off around the corner, and we are on the final lap. Still a 2nd or 2 ahead of 4th place. No way of catching the leaders, I don't think. They are neck and neck though by the look of it. That is going to be a fantastic finish between those 2. Yeah, they're both over the line. And we are through for a well-deserved 3rd place. 16.5 second fastest lap for ourselves. Hammerhead in 2nd place was the fastest car on track, just very slightly, a 10th quicker than ourselves. On to today's 3rd race then. This one is going to be at the Fire Rock Raceway. I have chosen to drive a Gremlin in this one. This is not going to be the fastest car on the track, I wouldn't have thought, so we need a really quick start if possible, because the performance points are slightly lower the way I've got it tuned up. We are at least right near the front of the grid and we've had a good start. If we don't get hit here, need to get round this corner carefully, up onto 2 wheels, and the Road Slayer is through. This sort of pressured us into making a bit of a mistake there. I was worried about getting hit. In saying that, the 2 of us have broken away slightly already. So yeah, as I say, I don't think I'm going to be the fastest car on track, so I want to get round this first lap as fast as possible. Right in behind the leader now. Can we slip up the inside? That is then going to put us on the outside for this first corner though, so I'm going to duck back to the left. They've got a much tighter line. Can we? No, they've covered the inside, but can we take it all the way around the outside? We're neck and neck as we come for the end of the first lap, and we both have broken away slightly from that pack of cars behind. Ooh, slight little tap on the back end, that's probably sent them slightly wide. With just the slightest of nudges, we are through up into the lead. Right, let's not make the same mistake on that curb this time. No, we're through cleanly, and we are off and away. Yeah, I think I'm going to be under pressure at some point during this race, so I need to put in some really quick laps if possible. Definitely going to be some faster cars in this race than the Gremlin. Lovely car to drive, really nice and easy to handle, but certainly not the fastest car the way I've got it tuned up and in B class. Round towards this left-right corner then at the end of the lap. And it's another good clean lap for ourselves, and we have still got a lovely lead back to 2nd and 3rd, which are about 4 seconds behind us at the moment. Also set the fastest lap of the race as well, so that's promising. As always, racing in Wreckfest is just so much fun. A game of this age really shouldn't be this good, and it really just did have that magical ingredient that's so hard to find in racing games, of just such good handling, and you can be, that's the thing I really love about this game as well. There's obviously the cars that are slightly overpowered, like the Hammerheads and the Raidens and things like that, but you can be competitive and you can get good results in pretty much any car. Okay, coming round then to the halfway stage of this race and over the line for the end of lap 4. Second place then is about 2.5 seconds behind as we cross the line. Oh, and that's interesting. Yeah, so again I set the fastest lap of the race, which is very nice, very promising to know that I am actually quite quick, but the time that flashed up in yellow suddenly changed to green, so I think that car behind is now quicker than we are and is closing in. So this could make for an interesting end to the race. I might have to start defending at some point the way they are closing in. Let's have a look. We were about 2.5 seconds ahead as we crossed the line for the end of the last lap. As yet, I've had a pretty good lap, not made any mistakes, pretty clean lap, so it will be interesting to see what the gap is like as we come over the line with 2 laps to go this time around. Not bad actually, just over 2 seconds still, so they probably took a couple of tenths out of us on that lap, but we've still got a bit of room to play with. They seem to close up quite a lot during this first half of the lap here though. Yeah, so they're down to under a second just as we come round that corner. Again, I haven't made any mistakes. I've driven that as quickly as I can and they've closed right up. Hopefully the time extends out slightly as we come towards the end of the lap. Again, we'll see where we are, but yeah, this could be a grandstand finish the way this is going. Again, they're not close enough that I've got to compromise my corners at all or worry about getting hit. Not yet, but we might do soon. Over we come then for the start of the final lap, and the gap this time is about 1.5 seconds. So yeah, again I had a perfectly clean lap and they've probably taken half a second out of me, and we have got some back markers. Big crash ahead, can we? Yeah, there's room around the outside. That's good, that is good. And ooh, second place is dropping back. Yeah, second place has come a cropper there. I can only assume that they've hit that car that was crashed. It didn't seem to be on the racing line, so whether that car was just recovering or just coming out of ghost mode right in front of them or something and they've been unfortunate, I don't know, but that has done us a big favour, because yeah, I think we were on for a really close finish, but now we are 10 seconds ahead of second and third, and in fact that car that was second is now down in 4th place. So that was, whatever accident they had, that was a big accident that cost them a lot of time. We've got time to change the camera here, a luxury we don't always have, and we are through for another win. 56.7 second fastest lap for ourselves. How did that compare with the other cars? A lot of other cars with similar times. The car that was in second place, it was a buggy actually, and they were the fastest car on track with a 56.5, so they were a couple of tenths quicker than ourselves, but actually I was a lot quicker than I thought. Okay, 4th and final race of today's video is at the Hill Street circuit. Again, another change of cars, gone for the Starbeast SS, probably one of my favourite B-class cars to use. We are starting right near the back, and with 15 other cars around, it's pretty crowded coming into this first little bit, so I'm going to take my time, hang back. There's a spinner there, can we sneak around the back of them? Jump over the curbs there. I've had a clean start on the outside here though, but they're going to give us space. Now it's dropping behind, and see if we can get the run down to this loop back corner. I've got to be careful here, a couple of cars going slow. We can nip up the inside. A tighter line is probably preferable when there's a lot of cars around. We can perhaps run around some of the inside of some of these cars. Damn, span that boomer, didn't really mean to do that. Venom was shot through. They've just caught the back end of another car that spun though, and we are up into 3rd place, and we've got the run here on this Venom as we come up the hill. Got to get the braking point right here. Brake halfway up that final incline and turn in. Didn't quite get the line right, but that's not too bad. We are up with the 2 of the lead cars as we cross the line. We're in this little group of 3 that's broken away. Good start then. Little shove from the car behind, but that's okay. Going to leave them a little bit of space on the outside. I'd rather them be there than on my other side or right behind us. Can we slip up the inside into this corner again? Going to brake hard, just run around the inside if I can. We can get around the inside of both of them possibly. Watch for cars coming across here. There's one coming. We are through. Someone got wiped out. Both, no, I thought they'd both got wiped out, but the Venom got wiped out and the other car made it through. We are up into the lead though. Brake hard, turn in. Whoa. Tried to carry a little bit much speed around that corner, but it's a good second lap and we are up into the lead. Fastest lap as well. Saying that, of course, there's only 2 cars, ourselves and second place, that have crossed the line so far. Here we are now. Ourselves in second place are now 5 seconds ahead of third place. Are we clear down here? Yes we are, nothing in the way. Again, got to watch on the crossover for any cars coming. We have got a nice gap. There is one car coming though, and second place has got wiped out. So in the space of 2 laps, the 2 cars around me have both got wiped out on the crossover, and we are off and away in a big lead. 6 seconds ahead already, something like that. Oh, car wrecked on the side there. They didn't last long. Halfway stage of the race. Another fastest lap for ourselves. Well, we've had a pretty good set of results in today's online races. What have we had? 2 wins and a 3rd place, was it, in on the oval race in the Panther RS? Let's see if we can bring home another win in today's final race. We're certainly set up in a nice position, but of course things can change very quickly, especially with this crossover. I've got to be very careful. I can afford to be cautious, but don't want to waste too much time. There's a gap there as second and third come through, both around 5-6 seconds behind us, but then there's a gap to about 11-12 seconds to the car behind, so that just meant I could sneak through. Another good clean lap, and another fastest lap for ourselves. 2 laps to go now. Can't see any back markers in the way on the map as yet. Would have thought we would be getting into them fairly soon though. Let's watch as we come down the hill here. This is of course the most dangerous part. So there are the back markers off to the left, so they're still well ahead. Wreck car just round this corner. What are we going to be like in terms of the other cars? Oh, I'm going to brake. Let second come through, so we're now sort of in the gap between second and third. We can have a really quick lap for our final lap. We might get ahead of those 2 at the crossover. Here we go then, final lap. No fastest lap that time, couple of tenths down. That's okay, we can afford to be a little bit cautious. Just got to keep our eyes peeled for any of the cars that might cause us problems now on this final lap. Well, I don't know about any of you, but it seems to have gone very quiet on the Wreckfest 2 front, doesn't it? I haven't heard anything recently in terms of, you know, a definite release date or anything like that, or seen any more trailers, so I think it's probably fair to say that it's going to be 2025 now before we see it. Be nice to get a bit more news though, a bit more of a definite timeline of when it might be released. But we just need to get around this final corner. No cars in the way, and we can grab another win. Of course, second and third place got wiped out on the crossover in consecutive laps, which allowed us to grab, in the end, what was quite an easy win. 53.5 second fastest lap for ourselves. That was the fastest lap of the race. And that is the end of this week's online racing video. I hope you've enjoyed watching these 4 races. If you have, please like and subscribe, and see you soon.